Okay, in previous class we are talking about parasite. Today is the second part of parasite. Okay, so in previous class we are discussing about the parasite. What is parasite? Parasite is an organism that live on or in another organism, that is host, and get food from it. Okay, so there are some example of parasite, that is protozoa, helminthes. So which protozoa? It is Giardia or Plasmodium, malaria. Okay, these are some parasite. Sorry, these are some protozoa which causes disease to human or other animal. Okay, और हम लोगों ने स्टडी किया था टाइप ऑफ पैरासाइट, कौन कौन सा टाइप होता है पैरासाइट का. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द हैबिटेट पैरासाइट आर which type? Two type. Okay, that is ectoparasite and endoparasite. What is ectoparasite? Ectoparasite is a parasite which lives on the outer surface of the host. Okay, that parasite which lives outer surface of the host, that is ectoparasite. Example of ectoparasite are ticks, mites, lice. Okay, these parasites are divided into two types on the basis of habitat. On the basis of habitat, parasite is divided into two types: ectoparasite and endoparasite. Okay, ectoparasite and endoparasite. Endoparasite is a parasite in which they are live inside the body, inside their host body. Okay, parasite that live inside the body of their host, that is endoparasite. The example of endoparasite are Leishmania, Entamoeba histolytica, Ascaris lumbricoid. Okay, these are endoparasite. There are many types of endoparasite. Endoparasite are divided into many type. Okay, that is intracellular endoparasite, intercellular endoparasite, accidental endoparasite. Okay, aberrant endoparasite. Okay, there are many type of endoparasite. These parasite are lives inside of their host. Okay, inside of their host. Then we are going to talking about transmission of parasite. Parasite are transmitted by or spread through contaminated food, water, or insect bite. Some parasites are transmitted through insect bite and food, water. For an example is malaria. Malaria is transmitted through mosquito. Okay, so some parasites are pathogenic to the host, to their host. Okay, these are called pathogenic parasite. Okay, when it causes disease, there are many symptoms. It causes many symptoms. These are diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, gas, bloating, heartburn, nausea. Okay, or rash, itching. These are some symptoms of parasitic disease. Okay, and some disease, and we can eat some medicine, antibiotic. Okay, so now we are going to talking about ectoparasite. Ectoparasite is the parasite that lives on the external surface of their host. Okay, ectoparasite is lives on their host, on the surface of their host. Example of ectoparasite are ticks and lice. Okay, and endoparasite that lives on the internal. Endoparasite are parasite that lives on the internal. Okay, endoparasite are parasite that live within the body of their host. They include various types of worm like roundworm, tapeworm, fleas, as well as protozoan like Plasmodium that causes malaria and entomoeba. These are some endoparasite. And some other example of endoparasite are roundworm, pinworm, hookworm, tapeworm. Okay, these are some endoparasite. And there are some protozoa, some example of endoparasite. Okay, there are some endoparasitic protozoan. They are Plasmodium, which causes malaria. These are endoparasite. Entamoeba, which causes amoebic dysentery. Giardia, which causes intestinal infection. Leishmania, which causes leishmaniasis. These are some protozoan endoparasite. And there are some fungal endoparasite also. They are fungus. Okay, these are some example of endoparasite. Now we are going to talking about another topic. Another topic is host dependence. On the basis of host dependence, parasites are classified into two types: obligate parasite and facultative parasite. Obligate parasite and facultative parasite. What is obligate parasite? Obligate parasites are the organisms that cannot complete their life cycle without a host and are wholly dependent on it for survival. Okay, they cannot only reproduce and grow within a living cell and die if the host is die. For an example, including bacteria, fungi, and virus. Okay, obligate parasites are the organisms that cannot complete their life cycle without a host. It is completely dependent on their host. Okay. The key characteristic of obligate parasite are host dependence, intracellular growth, life cycle complication. Okay. Host dependence means they cannot survive outside of a living host. Okay. It cannot survive outside of a living host. Okay. And intracellular growth means they typically grow and reproduce within the host cell. Intracellular, obligate parasites are completely dependent on a host cell. It cannot grow outside of a host cell. Okay. For an example, some virus, some bacteria, some fungi. Okay. Then we are going to talking about some facultative parasite. What is facultative parasite? Facultative parasite are the organisms that can live either as parasite on a host or as a free-living organism. Okay, meaning it can complete their life cycle without needing a host. So facultative parasite does not require any host. Okay, facultative parasite does not require any host. Okay, it is not obligate means they don't require any host cell. Okay, they don't require any host cell. It can survive independently. So facultative parasite can survive independently. Some example of facultative parasite are there is certain fungi. They are saprophyte. Many fungi species can exist as a saprophyte. Okay, when not infecting a host, but it can parasitic under certain condition. Okay, or certain amoeba species can survive freely in the environment and can become parasitic if they encounter a suitable host. Okay, certain nematode also, some nematode can infect the host, but it can complete their life cycle independently. Okay, some mites also. These are some example of facultative parasite, and it can grow independently. Okay, it can grow independently. These are some example. Okay, now we are going to talking about the next topic, that is pathogenic parasite. What is pathogenic parasite? A pathogenic parasite is a parasite that can cause disease to its host. If a parasite can cause disease to its host, then it is called pathogenic parasite. Okay. While all pathogenic parasites are parasite, okay. Pathogens means an organism that cause disease or it is harmful. Okay. So there are some example of pathogenic parasite. It can include bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa. Okay. Example of pathogenic parasite are Entamoeba histolytica. It is a protozoan pathogenic parasite which causes amoebic dysentery. It is pathogenic because can cause disease to human. Okay, it can cause disease to human. Giardia lamblia. It is a protozoan which can cause disease, giardiasis. Plasmodium falciparum. It is a protozoan parasite which causes malaria. Okay. Toxoplasma gondii. It is a protozoa which can cause toxoplasmosis. Okay, these are some example of pathogenic parasite. Then we are going to talking about. Then we are going to talking about opportunistic parasite. Opportunistic parasite are the organism that causes disease only when an individual's immune response is weakened. When an individual immune response is weakened, these parasites are cause disease. This parasite can be mild or even asymptomatic in the people with healthy immune system. When immune system is healthy, this parasite is not cause disease any disease. But they when their healthy immune system is compressed, then it will become pathogenic. Okay. Some example of opportunistic parasite are Toxoplasma gondii, Cryptosporangium, Giardia lamblia, which causes giardiasis. Okay, these are some example of opportunistic pathogen. Okay, they are typically non-pathogenic organism which causes mild disease in immunically healthy individual. Whenever it impact pathogenic effect on the immune deficient host causing severe disease. Okay. Now we are going to talking about non-pathogenic parasite. These parasites derive food and protection from the host. They don't cause harm to their host. It cannot cause harm to their host. Such as such parasites are called efficient parasite. For an example, a dog or a rat can survive in spite of having thousands of ticks and feces on them. Or Entamoeba coli. A commercial parasite or non-pathogenic parasite are often used to that parasite is not harmful. Okay, a commercial parasite is not harmful. It is beneficial to their host. Then we are going to topic talking about host specific parasite. The host ranges of this parasite is confined and the parasite are limited to their one species. of the host closely related species of their host. Example of Plasmodium vivax species to human being. Okay, so host specific these that can impact a limited ranges of host. Okay, meaning they are not generally or having a narrow host ranges. Generalize and having a narrow host ranges. Okay. These parasite